It's time. It's that time again. So hello everyone and welcome back. This is part 2 of skincare, and we had started obviously last week if it's part 2. So if you haven't seen that one, as always I suggest you do a quick check on that, because I'm not going to repeat everything. In the interest of honoring your times, I'm going to try and do faster videos, meaning less time. So let's just get started. This skincare topic, I believe, is part of our 3 pillars. We have 3 pillars that you all know for life-sizing, aging gracefully for the 50 plus. Life-sizing means we structure our life to our life stage. So the 3 pillars are a healthy aging, of course, healthy lifestyles, healthy homes, and healthy attitudes. So I think that skincare goes under healthy attitudes and healthy lifestyles, because this is a choice. And nothing happens in life without choosing to do so. Attitudes, we choose our attitude. Is your choice on skincare? What the heck? It doesn't matter. I've used the same products for 20, 30 years and I'm just fine, thank you. That's your attitude. Not judging that, just saying this is why skincare is part of healthy attitudes, one of the pillars of aging gracefully. Okay? All right. We talked last week briefly about what goes on the inside, which is water, supplements, and obviously good diet and so forth. Also exercise. These things have to do with the quality on the outside, what we look like. And on the outside is using sunblock and washing our face before we go to bed. It just seems like such common sense, but I'm surprised how many don't. So anyway, briefly talked about choices, and I don't think I mentioned that we are today a walking billboard of what we did 5 years ago. You've heard me say this on some other videos. And so again, we have a choice what we're going to look like 5 years from now by what we choose to do today. And I think what we choose on our skincare today will have bearing on 5 years from now. Agree or disagree, that's where I am. So it's a choice what we spend money on. What we value, we spend money on. I value greatly my health by my choices. It's not what's up here, it's my behavior in my health, how I value it. So I spend money on supplements, and my blood work shows the difference. I've talked about this before. I have chosen to spend money on good quality skin products, and also to do some facials. And so today we're going to talk about non-invasive treatments, which would be maybe Botox is non-invasive. I haven't had that yet. I know many people do. I probably could have, should have, would have, whatever, but haven't so far. And so what I do, the other more invasive are usually done, I think, by a dermatologist. I'm not positive about this, or a higher level esthetician, like needle microderming and things like that. So that's not what I'm talking about, what I do. What I do is about every 3 weeks, I wrote it's alternated between dermaplaning and then the next time would be a peel. And the reason this works is that it takes off that top layer of dead skin. It's called exfoliation. And yes, we can do masks and so forth at home, which I do once in a while. Probably not as committed to that as I should be, because I rely on getting my other facials. But there are definitely things at home, but I've never found any home facial that does what I get in the salon where I go. Here, it's like 7 minutes from my house. It's so cool. But anyway, so the dermaplaning, what is that? It is taking, the esthetician uses a tool and just scrapes off all over your face that dead layer. And it doesn't hurt at all. You don't feel a thing, and actually in some areas it may tickle. But then there is a mask after that, and your skin feels so smooth, and it's glowy kind of, because that dead layer, we're sloughing skin cells all day long, but not at that level where we can get down. My face is not red or peely or anything afterwards. So there's that. It's called dermaplaning. Then the other one, facial I get, professional facial, is a peel. And that goes a little deeper, and it gets down into the layers and sloughs off more of that residual dead skin. The reason, and that doesn't hurt, and when she first puts it on, there's a little tinkle, you know, it just kind of doesn't really burn, but it just kind of does that. And so that's okay. Some people may find that more intense, but this is a very, very, very mild one. So also then a mask is put on afterwards. And again, after these facials, both of them, my skin looks really refreshed, glowing. But the big part of this is this kind of professional exfoliation allows your products to work better, goes deeper into, rather than, you know, being on the surface with those dead skin cells. Your products get to go deeper and work like they're supposed to. So that's, I think, really my reason for doing it. The cost in our area ranges around $70, maybe $65 to $80, depends on exactly what she's doing. Excuse me. But again, what we value, we find the money for. I value skincare, and I value having these facials because I believe that when we feel confident, we're more ourselves, we're more able to be out there doing what we are meant to be doing, influencing whoever that is. And remember, people are always watching us, whether we know it or not. I have never been one to be like paranoid what people think, but just saying that we do have a purpose for looking good, as we want to be a role model to others as we age gracefully. Enough of that, okay? Now on to the products. I've been really pleased. I've tried this new line for a bit now, and I'm loving it. First thing is a cleanser, and it's a pump of just a little bit of oil. Some people freak when they think you're putting oil on your face. It is the best thing. I've been using oils on my skin for a long time. I have a challenge with combination skin. I have the oily T-zone. I have sensitive skin and aging skin. So hello. But so to find a line that works for me is hallelujah. And so this, you put the oil on, rub it in, and then I rinse it off. I really like rinsing off my cleansers. I've never been a cold cream where you take it off with a tissue and things like that. That's not my shtick. Some people do, but I can't. I need to rinse it off. And then after you rinse, and this feels so good and so light, afterwards then you use a toner on a gauze pad, cotton pad, get everything off. And then what most dermatologists say is one of the most important things we do today with what we know with skincare is using serums. There's all kinds of serums. There's vitamin C serums. There's just the whole gamut. And so one may have several that they use different times, but with this daily routine, I put this on, little pump, and a little bit goes a long way, and then I rub it all in and let it dry so that it doesn't interfere with the moisturizer. It's a daytime moisturizer. It's not heavy or greasy. This does not have a sunblock in it. I have a sunblock that I use if I'm going to be out golfing once in a while or whatever, or you know, out in the sun. I do additional, and then in my makeup there's sunblock also. So really, really important to have the sunblock. Again, because I have such sensitive skin, I have to be super careful what sunblock I use too. So then at night I do those 3 steps, but use the night cream, and oh, it's so rich. I've used many night creams and I still feel taut and like, oh, I need more. But I really like this one. It does feel like a night moisturizer should. So that's my routine. Oh, and so if any of you, because I would never recommend something to you all that I'm not really crazy about or haven't tried myself, soon I will have this available on my site if you are interested. So I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that we're going to wrap up for today. I've told you everything. There's more on the video prior to this, but basically, you know, I always say this, regardless of whatever we're talking about, it is never too late. I don't care how far gone we think our skin is, or how far gone our blood work. You know, there's just always improvement that can be made. And you know, here's the deal. What if we keep doing the same thing all the time? Are we going to expect different results? Was it Einstein that said that was the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing and expecting different results? But anyway, think about that, you all, that it's never too late to put your best face forward. So I was excited to talk about this with you all today, and I hope that this kind of piques your curiosity and you think about your own skincare routine, and if it's working or you're just kind of like, I've done this forever, what else is there? So until the next time, remember, we do more for ourselves, which includes our skincare routine, by the way, so that we can be more for others. So have a good week, everyone.